Hello Battlefield players, it's G again and we're playing a little bit of Conquest on Armored Shield. One of the new maps of the new Armored Kill DLC expansion pack for Battlefield 3, which came out 2 days ago, and I have to say I had a blast during the past 2 days. It's really interesting to see all the new maps, vehicles, unlocks, assignments. It's really fun to play, and also there are few flaws with it, but as you might know about me, I really don't care about 1 or 2 bugs or balancing things. I really don't like, because that's just my opinion, and I still enjoy the game for the most part. So we're also gonna talk about the last patch that came out a week ago, balancing out a few of the weapons and the vehicles. I really like this patch. I really like the changes they've made, and there were significant changes to a few weapons like the M5K or the M416 or especially the UMP45. I'm not gonna talk about the M16 that much because I don't really think it got nerfed to the ground like some of you want to communicate to me. Like, oh, it's so useless right now. No, it's not. I mean, it got a little bit of recoil added, granted, but still, you're using a mouse. It's so easy to counter that recoil. So I don't really think you should be butthurt about your favorite weapon get a little bit of more recoil, because all the other weapons are still harder to use than this one. With the little exception of a few shotguns and of course the M416, which got a huge buff in terms of recoil and accuracy, and it's a really viable option now over the M16, even though the M16 is still better at closer ranges and the M416 is a little bit better at longer ranges, if you will. So when in doubt, use the M416 or the M16. Both are great assault rifle after wall. Nothing bad about them, everything is fine. The only thing that got nerfed to the ground are a few vehicles, or a few attachments for vehicles, if you will. For example, the canister shell for the main battle tanks, the MBTs. They got a huge nerf, not in terms of damage or range or whatnot, but in a way they reload and operate. Because for right now, if you shoot your main armor-piercing tank shell on your main cannon and switch to your secondary, which is a canister shell, you still have to wait for the reload time of the barrel itself. This also translates to the Tau missile and the high explosive shell for the tank destroyers. Everything that's using the same shell still has a longer reload time than before. Or better said, it shares the reload time with the primary. So once you shoot, you can switch to the secondary and just shoot it. You still have to wait for the barrel to reload its weapon. Which is good, which is a good change, but if you think about it, the canister shell is pretty much useless right now. It got nerfed to death. Completely. I mean, how would you use it anymore? Why would you switch to your primary if you still have to wait? You can just stick to your armor-piercing shell and keep shooting this one over and over. Because the waiting time is still the same. This also applies to the Tau missile and a few other things, like I said. Another buff, actually, I'm playing with that buff right now. But I'm not gonna say buff, it's a nerf. It's a huge nerf. Because I'm in the gunner seat of the helicopter, and guess what? I don't have flares anymore. There's only one pair of countermeasures for each chopper right now, which is only available to the pilot. So sometimes on public maps, I flare anywhere I can hear rocket. Anytime I would flare immediately, because I don't know if my pilot's any good, has flares unlocked, or if he isn't even playing with sound or something. Some people are just weird like that. I play a little bit without sound or whilst listening to music on Operation Metro, believe it or not. But especially on those vehicle maps, you really can't play without sound because you need to hear the lock-ons. Because I really rely on third-person view quite a lot, especially in jets, and you have to hear the lock-ons, definitely. A little bit of lemonade, without sugar, by the way. Talking about the new maps, we also have to talk about the new vehicles, the tank destroyer and The most interesting one, I guess, to most of you is the gunship. Even though I think the gunship is pretty much useless. You wanna know why? Because it's very, very, very easy to take it out very, very quickly. Which means it's just a free double kill for any mediocre jet pilot. Just face it. I mean, yes, granted it has 2 AA guns on top, but guess what? They're on top. Stay underneath the gunship, not going to hit you. There are actually dead zones around the gunship where you can't get hit by it. And it's pretty big and pretty slow, which means it's an easy target. So, and it is really weakly armored. And it doesn't repair itself like all the other vehicles in the game. So, you'll be taken out within at least 10 seconds. If not even less than that. Because people are really keen on that thing in order to destroy it quickly. You will get destroyed by everything that is able to destroy. You get hit by stingers, IGLAs, javelins, scout choppers, attack choppers, even tanks. And the most dangerous thing, jets. A jet on its own can take out a fully loaded gunship at 100 health within one single attack. One attack, that's all. That's how weakly this is armored. And I don't understand why so many people are going around on YouTube saying, nerf it now, nerf it now. I mean, why would you nerf it? It's already so extremely underpowered. Well, nice one, buddy. What I want to say is, the gunship, it's fun to use, but it's very frustrating sometimes. But it's also good for you as a jet pilot if your team has the gunship. Or the gunship is good in general for you. If the enemy team has it, you have a free double kill just running around on the map. If your team has it, you won't have to go into difficult dogfights that often, because the enemy jets will only look out for the gunship and not for you. At least that's what I've seen on quite a few public matches. When I was in the jet and my team had the gunship, I basically never had to go into dogfights. Those guys just went straight for the gunship. I would take them out while they attacked the gunship over and over and over. And it was so easy. Because they're not even trying to fight me back. All they were focusing on was that stupid gunship, which is not even at all threatening to them. Because it's really slow, it's really inaccurate, and the angles where it can shoot are very, very limited. So, gunship not as good as you think it is, and definitely not overpowered or something. Definitely not. Not at all. Not even slightly. I mean, how would you think it's overpowered when it is clearly not? I mean, so easy to take out. It really can't fight back as hard. It's really, really bad. And you will see later on, I will be in a tank destroyer, and both guys in this gunship will try to take me down, and they will take me down for like 20 to 40 seconds. They were shooting at me, and they deal a total of 4 damage together. That's how strong the gunship is. Like, seriously? You may take out infantry with the secondary seat in it. That's all. That's all you can do. Take out... Nice shot, Ghost Commander 86, but a little bit of reversed foreshadowing right here. I will get my revenge later on in a pretty similar way, but we'll have to wait. And I have to wait for my respawn. I respawn on the gunship for the parachute. Yes, you can parachute down off the gunship even though it is full, which is pretty neat sometimes. Like right here, it brings me a kill and a stolen vehicle. And you will see in just a few seconds right here why the parachute is the only good thing about the gunship. See, I got parachuted on this east side of the B flag, and they're not expecting me. Nobody's looking at me, shooting at me or something. See, I disable this tank destroyer right here. I go all the way around. I know he's going to step out and repair. So try to shoot him again. See where he is. Kill the guy. Ghost Commando 86. And repair and steal his tank. That's how easy it goes. And that's how good the gunship parachute can be if you use it correctly. Like right here, I gotta kill a new vehicle and we recap the flag. Pretty clutch, isn't it? Well, it wasn't pretty hard, so I'm not gonna brag about it. So, that's pretty weird right now. See right here, I damage this guy. He gets taken out. Ghost Commander goes for the respawn tank destroyer, tries to kill me. Misses his first shot. Gets me with the second, but guess what? You're already disabled. And he's trying to get me and he gets killed by the Z11. Pretty cool. Z11, Z11, yeah, I know, British, American. I mostly go for the British versions, but also for the American. That's just weird like that if you learn English in Germany, but... Going on the gameplay, I'm on this tank destroyer now. And that's one of the new vehicle types coming with armored kill, and we're also pretty much main battle tanks, but with wheels. Yes, they move a little bit faster, the rate of fire is a little bit higher. Pretty much deal the same damage, I guess. I'm not really certain about the wheel statistics, but it feels like the same damage. And the gunner Cs are a little bit different. It's pretty much like the LAV, or the, what's it called, BMT or something? You know what I mean, those Russian light armored vehicles. The IFVs, if you will. So the gunner seats are all around. There's one to the front, one to the back, one to the right, one to the left. There's no surprise there. And they can shoot little machine guns. So maybe good against infantry, but as you can see right here, I don't really have to deal with infantry that much. It's actually a miracle on ice that I actually got a kill with my primary on this map. I mean, I was in chopper and a tank destroyer all game. I really got only this one kill with my primary. Because it's so vehicle based, completely. And see right here, those gunship guys tried to get me. And they're still trying to shoot me. And I'm not even damaged at all. And that's how bad the gunship is. I mean, how would you deal with so many tanks on the ground? And they both concentrated on me and didn't even damage me at all. Like the 4% damage, that's like... Pff, that's like riding over a grenade. I just wait till it shakes off with automatic repair. Which a gunship does not have, by the way. Which it should have. That would be a good way to balance it out a little bit. But it doesn't repair itself. It's very weakly armored. It's an easy target because it's very large and slow. I mean, look at this. It's really far away right now, but it still looks so huge on my screen. That's why I was trying to shoot it. Which didn't work out. I got it once with an RPG from the ground, but that was just... It was not even luck. That's how slowly it moves, and that's how big the hitbox is on that. It's really not powerful, believe me. And this little rainbow of explosives right there you just saw, that's the mobile artillery. Yes, there's mobile artillery right now, but only used it once and I got killed instantly. It's like, it's not armored at all, and it's only good at a distance, and I don't think it's that powerful. I mean, I've seen people spamming the gunship flag with it, but that's all. That's just all they did. It was pretty effective. And most people on all the Conquest maps, on all the Conquest game modes, on all of these new maps, they only go for the gunship flag. Which is B right here. This gets attacked the most. And that's the only flag they constantly try to get and occupy and defend. I mean, I've played around later on this map, and there were like literally, I'm not even joking, 6 tanks and tank destroyers just sitting here on that little platform defending this flag. 6 tanks, it looked ridiculous. I mean, they couldn't even move at all. They're just standing there trying to defend it. And here it comes, the shot of the day. Got him. Nice. Now it's not the revenge, by the way, because obviously he was not sitting inside it, but Sitting around in this M11, let's call it a striker. It's just a striker, basically. And sitting around in a striker is pretty fun, but it's also a little bit dangerous because I don't have reactive armor yet. That's the last unlock for this vehicle class. And I don't know, I'm at the... what's it called? I'm really bad at remembering stuff. I think the last unlock I got, alright, in this game was zoom optics, but I think in reality I got the Tau missile, or the high explosive thingy. I don't really know, but the explosive one pretty much useless, but also it can be fun against infantry because the splash damage is just ridiculous. It's just like MK2 Gustav from Bad Company 2, if you remember that one. Well, I'm pretty much done with this gameplay, and it's almost over. Not because the game is over soon, but I stopped recording because I ran out of hard drive space. That's basically the only reasoning I have for you that this is not a fully recorded gameplay. And I guess you shouldn't even be mad about it, because if you think about it, this commentary is going to last at least 20 minutes, and the full game went for like 50 minutes. So I would have been slicing and dicing it anyways, so you shouldn't be mad just seeing an excerpt from this gameplay instead of the full match. And we emerged victorious, by the way, but my team won the game. And I'm getting a few Skype messages here, so I alt-tabbed in the game and I came back. And this Skype message gets me to my new topic, actually a few news about my channel. The first news is I will upload a little bit more frequently in the future, and I will upload a lot more games, or a larger variety of games, if you will. So I will upload a little bit of Counter-Strike, a little bit of Blacklight, and also other games. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, or just go on Twitter or elsewhere and just tell me what you think. Which games should I play? Doesn't really matter if it should be multiplayer for the most part, but also can be a good little nice indie game, single player. I don't really care. At least it has to be a good game. I don't want to play shitty games. You can play them for yourself, or go on any kind of reviews from game reviews or video games or something. All those professional magazines that review bad games, because I'm doing this for fun, and I'm also only playing the games I like, and I don't want to play a shitty game just to portray how shitty it is. I mean, there are a lot of people doing this for you. I'm not really in a position to do so. And another news, I opened up a second channel. I opened up with a friend of mine. That's the guy who just Skyped me, and that's why it reminded me of that. We don't have any videos up as of right now, but a few information about the channel in advance, if you will. It's going to be German, so all the voice chats you will hear and there on playing multiplayer games or co-op games, it's going to be German, and it's going to be a larger variety of games, like I said. So it's going to be some Portal, it's going to be some Counter-Strike, it's going to be some Blacklight or Tribes Ascent, all those games which are pretty good right now, and all the good multiplayer games and co-op games. We may also pick up Syndicate, but we'll see. I'll leave a link in the description to the channel. As I said, we don't have any videos up yet, but we will, and I would appreciate any kind of recommendation for any kind of good game. Leave a subscription, leave some feedback, leave a like, leave a dislike. I don't really care, it's your opinion. This game is coming to a close really soon. Enjoy the revenge. Like I said before, the first foreshadowing. I'll see you next time. This is G, signing off. See you later.